Good afternoon, everyone. So we're back for tiny races again in the afternoon Zone 2 groups. I'm in with the 230 to 350 group that leads for race 1. I came in here with a Zwift score of 347, so we'll have to see how it goes. I might be doing some ping-ponging. This week's races are themed downhill finishes. We did the same group of routes about 5-6 months ago, I think it was, and they are harder than the name makes them sound. We start with 7.5k of tides and temples, which is probably the least climby of the 4 routes. The 2 bigger climbing routes are routes 2 and 3, so those ones you want to try and save a bit of energy for. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed. Here we go. We get 1 draft power up for this course. I see Woodland Luke's in with us again this week. Oh, we've got 88 riders. Or, well, 88 signed up, looks like about 81 riders. And some who don't realise you only get 1 power up because they're using it already. I see wee is well named for today's downhill finishes. Here comes pancakes. Open your mouth and hope you aim well. Gotta get out of the saddle for a minute. Feeling a bit stiff. There's one little kicker at about 1.7k to go, which drops us into the final k-ish of flat to downhill finish. Oh, well, maybe not. We're at 1.8 now and it looks like flat to downhill already. Oh, here we go. Just a little section. Nothing really. And people start to up the power from here, but I have no sprint, particularly on a downhill. I can't get high enough cadence with my legs at the moment. So I'll be the cameraman for the pack. 26 seconds off the front and 63 places back. Guess that's what happens with a downhill sprint finish. Everyone gets close. So we've got this is Rooftop Rendezvous up next, and we go up the Rooftop comm and then finish at the bottom of the downhill after the comm. So you have that people are attempting to break away on the comm, so climbing up the Rooftop comm will be tough. Race 3 is the toughest one though. We've got Richmond UCI Reverse. It's only 4k, but we do both of the climbs. I can't remember. So I think it's just the Richmond comm Reverse, or 23rd Street Reverse maybe it's called. First comm we do. And then the second one is Libby Hill Reverse. And then we finish at the bottom of the downhill as the road kinks after you come down off Libby Hill. And then race 4 is London Loop. You've got about halfway through, you get the kicker up Northumberland Avenue, which is about like 45 seconds uphill kick, depending on how hard people go. And then we finish. We go across the bridge and then down the underground tunnel, and we finish just on the tracks in the tunnel after the downhill ramp into the underground. And we don't get any feathers for any of them. We get an Aero for this one, Anvil for the Richmond for the downhill, and then an Aero for London Loop as well. So no help on any of the sneaky little climbing bits he's put into these so-called downhill finish races, which is strictly true. They do kind of finish downhill, but go downhill, you first have to go up a bit. Okay, my slow sprint finish there brought my score down to 3:44, so that's a little bit of wiggle room. Hopefully I might just about manage to stick in to this group for all 4 races, because it's annoying when you switch groups, because then neither group gets a video of all 4 of their races. Half that energy gel now. I think I'll need the other half just before we do Richmond. Here we go. We've got some new riders again. We had the kicker up to the railways before the com on this one. Hopefully they go easy on that, because you only have about a kilometre to recover from that kicker before the com starts. kick up. Wasn't awful, but could have been nicer. We turn right here and start the come and up to the max. Up here until the top now, no more flat sections. We work to try and stay anywhere near the front on that one. Oh. 24th. Only just over 20 seconds off the front, that's not too bad. This is the shortest race in both distance and probably time, but it will be the most painful. With those two climbs, yeah, they're steep. There's a couple of tiny little sections where I think they get to 20% gradient in these. I'm not sure if it's on both of them or just one of them. See what happens to my ZRS and score that time. and up to 347 again, so I'm back where I started. Although it went down 3 and then up 2 to finish on the same score. I'm not sure I like their maths, but if your heart rate says tilt, is that a bad thing? It probably means falling over. Okay, David's upright, it's just his heart monitor that's tilting maybe. Oh, mine's feeling like it's falling off. Good to have a laugh before the pain comes. This upcoming route needs that Rocky 2 Mr. T section prediction. Hey! Here we go. And you've got to start reasonably fast on this one because you hit into a downhill quite quickly and you can get dropped. We get an Anvil for this one. And my Zwift Roots have died. That's a shame. Look how spread out it is already. And then we're going to hit the downhill. Looks like Sources on the Ghost, they're only updating about once every 5 seconds. Oh look, see, we've got a split already. It may well come back together. Here comes the climb already. Oh, I pushed too hard. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think we passed the line there. There it is. Oh, I lost one or two more places at the end there. Well, I shouldn't have. I pushed too hard on that first comment out. The second one, I tried to keep going and died. Wow, 37 seconds back off the leaders, or leader. Oh, that was hot. That was hot. Yeah, I thought I pushed too hard on that 23rd Street reverse. Got a new 90-day PB. I'm not sure if it's an all-time PB. It just says PB, but that only really means 90 days on Zwift these days. But yeah, so I definitely did it in a pretty decent time. A bit more probably than I should have done. But I still did okay. I was just checking my Zwift score, and it's probably just as well I faded a little bit because my score's now at 349. So maybe 5 places-ish up, I might have been forced up to the next category. I'm really feeling the end of that one. The lactic just built up so much at the top of that second, at the top of Libby Hill Reverse. And I saw Paul look like he'd almost ground to a halt. He was doing like 1.5k. I think the lactic must have hit him as well. There's another herd rider. Whee! Has joined after enjoying their downhill into the finish of the previous race. So what we've got left, oh yeah, London Loop. There's another one of those starts actually where you need to stay relatively near the front because you go over a faster section and a downhill before the rollers. And again, people can get separated. We did actually make about 4 seconds on the people we dropped on that first downhill in that race just now. So if they did catch up, they had extra work to do just because of not quite staying in the draft well enough as we hit the downhill. I think I need a piece of touch. Reward. Paul blew off a bit as well. That's why I went and past him. He was looking like he was standing still, and then about, I think 20 seconds later, same thing happened to me. I saw a couple of riders up ahead, but they just hit the flat. They looked a lot closer than they actually were because they were going faster on the flat. And I kept the power up. And yeah, well, you saw the end result of that. Me huffing and puffing a lot. Someone's creeping over the line. a lot of people talking about the new scoring after they come inside from the summer. Zwift have implemented score decay, so for people who've been outside and haven't ridden on Zwift for 60 days or 90 days, whatever it is, they come in, they can win a race and see their score go down like 100, 120 points. It only takes Zwift racing score events into account, so even things like ladder racing or ZRL doesn't count. As you can see, we get an Aero for this one. You can see I nearly got separated there, even working hard. Again, it may come back together, but you never know. More leg tightness than lungs now. Down to 49 at the front. And this right hand 90 degrees is where the kicker comes. Up Northumberland Avenue. Oh, the pace is up. Try and use the pace into here. Looks like a highly coordinated move. I shouldn't have done that. That really used to like remaining matches. And here come the chasers. Oh, cramp in my hip. Oh. Ow. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh, just to come with that little ride on the bridge, I got a cramp in the hip. Oh. Definitely not going up the hill. Well, yeah, that was much harder race 4 end than I expected. Not only did the pace keep really quite fast before the kicker, then did that stupid effort up on the kicker following Paul. I wasn't intending to go quite that hard, I just meant to go to the front of the pack to make sure that if they went, I was with them, and if they didn't, I was going to kind of just fade through the pack, so I was kind of just getting some draft as we got to the top of the hill. But decided just to go with Paul on the spur of the moment. And yeah, that was a lot more than I probably could have been attempting to give. It's as well, it was followed straight away by downhill, and a couple of riders just tucked in just in front of me, and I could get some draft off the downhill. Right. Let's go and find somewhere flat to cool down. And yeah. Yeah, I think that was the little kicker effort. So let's have a look and see what that did to my Zwift racing score. Although I faded, I still actually came top 30, I think. Oh yeah, 29th, and score up to 351. Ah dear. So I'm back to 350 to 510 for next week, probably, by the looks of it. Right, I'm going to go and cool down for a bit and get some of the lactic out of my legs. Hope you enjoyed my pain. I did say those ones were going to be tougher than the downhill finishes name suggested, and they definitely were. I have found the Zwift Unlocked long rides on a Tuesday probably a bit too much for my legs at the moment. Doing 65 to 70 minute sessions, so I think I'm going to go to the short rides this week. So I do the short ride Tuesday and then the short race Wednesday. So Tuesday will be kind of like a recon for me, the new route, and I'll probably still do it at like 2 to 2.5 watts per kilo. So it'll be a longer ride than doing a Z racing event or a Zwift Unlocked event as it is this month. But yeah, keep the pace the same, but the duration a bit less than 70 minutes. That was yeah, I was starting to feel it a bit, and kind of like soreness that wasn't going away. So I think it's probably a bit too much for my legs at the moment. So I cut it down a bit and see how we go. Anyway, I will see you, yeah, then for Tuesday for the short ride and Wednesday for the short race. In the meantime, as ever, don't forget, drink towel and don't panic.